Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am so excited to make this video because it is one of my favorite topics of all time, and it's money! Not how to make money, but how to save money, which is so important. And honestly, it's not about how much you make. I mean, to an extent it is, but it really depends on what you do with your money. My savings account is so important for me, and it's kind of built up over time, but it definitely takes work. It definitely takes a little bit of sacrifice and a little bit of dedication, but we can all do it. I have my little cheat sheet here that I'm going to use and kind of go through. And these are things that I have applied into my life over time. And so I definitely recommend that you do one or two a year, and then kind of build up over that. So number one, and especially right now, is cancel subscriptions. You can totally cancel subscriptions. So in order to save money, you have to live, below your means, and that means kind of picking and choosing. So one thing about saving money is you can't have it all. What I mean by that is go ahead and cancel your cable. I mean, it's 2019, guys. You do not need cable anymore. It's way too expensive. Cut it out of your bills, and put that money towards your savings. So don't get yourself a purse just because you cancel your cable, okay? Let's not get a little high maintenance here. You have to put the money that you're not using anymore towards your savings. So by cutting out all these things, I don't want you to think that it's like a vacation mode, or let's just get a bigger home or a better car. Stop it. Do not do that. So there's Hulu, there's Netflix, Amazon nowadays. You don't need all three, you just need one. Number two is to stop eating out. Oh my gosh, people struggle with this all the time, and I've totally been guilty of it, but I have tried so hard to not eat out. So this means that you can't stop by and get an ice cream even if it's for $1. You guys, you have to cut these habits out in order to really see your savings grow. So no more Starbucks, you little Starbucks lover. Too expensive, $5, get out. You don't need a green straw. I know it's very addicting, and I know you think to yourself, who cares? It's $5 a day or $5 a week. Stop. Too expensive. You don't need it. And again, with those $5 that you're trying to save, put them towards your savings. That means that you really cut out fast food. So what I do, I know when I get out of school, so I go from work straight to school, and I am starving right afterwards. And yeah, there's times where I just want to stop by and pick something up really quick before I go home, or you just want to drive through, or your cravings because you see something that you really like Chick-fil-A or whatever you see on the street. Force yourself to just drive straight home. Do not stop anywhere. Go home, because I promise you that you will find something to eat at home. Number three, declutter your home. This means your closet, your garage, everything, your kitchen cabinets. Declutter, declutter, declutter. And why is that so important? Well, because you'll actually find out what you have in your house. You do not need to go splurge and buy more stuff. You just need to declutter your home so you actually know what you have. So that was a huge one for me, because I know I just used to think that having so much clothes, or a lot of clothes in my closet, meant that I had more items to wear, but I think that's a huge misconception. It's not true. Don't waste your money on extra items. Don't think that having bigger and better is always worth it. You can just simplify your mindset, simplify your household, and I promise you it's going to save you a little bit of money, okay? So number four is save your change. So this means that I don't really know if you guys are still using cash to pay things. I know I really don't. I use my debit card, but there are times where I do have cash on hand and I actually purchase things. So with all those pennies and dimes and nickels and quarters, I like to put them in a jar, and it'll kind of build up over time, and I'll just, you know, cash it out in a year, 2 years, 3 years, depending on how fast you grow it. And then I like to put that money in my savings. So again, it's just extra change that you have lying around. I don't think saving change is going to, you know, change your savings game, but it'll definitely help and contribute to your savings account. Number 5 is stop using credit cards. I know we're in this world where we think that we have to use credit cards all the time, and I think it's so not true. I recommend reading the book Dave Ramsey. I think it's like Total Money Makeover. By far the best book I've ever read. Just go read it. That's a side note. But stop using credit cards. I know we think that just because we get points and we get miles and first of all, you have an annual fee on some of these credit cards. Not all of them have an annual fee, but most of them do. And you don't need it. I know it might be $95 a year, but that's something that you can put aside. You don't need it, especially if you're not using credit cards and you're just paying for that annual fee. Get rid of it. Credit cards, I think, give you this idea that you have more money than you actually do, so you just start purchasing things left and right when you don't need them. And then B, you're really not thinking about what you're purchasing because it's not affecting your bank account right away. So I highly recommend that you stop using credit cards, put them away, and maybe use them in an emergency. But even then, your savings account should be your emergency, so you're really not going to need these credit cards. Savings for me is just really important. You know, I've had to pay for everything on my own, and I think that's basically adulthood. So I don't have parents that provide financial support for me. So I've really had to learn, and it was definitely a process, to respect money. You know, I've had to learn to treat my own personal account as a business. I needed to focus on how much money was I actually spending and how much money am I actually earning, and really live below those means. I'm telling you, savings account has gotten me away from a lot of low moments where I've needed a little bit of help. And you know, and not like it's a bad thing. You might need money to put down for, you know, a house or for rent, or maybe you need to purchase a new car because you got in an accident. Those are the moments where you need your emergency, you know, savings account, because life definitely has its challenges and you are going to need the savings account. So I really hope that yes you, that you have a savings account. And if you don't, it's never too late to start saving. So I hope you liked this video, and I will see you on my next one. Bye-bye.